Okay, I have just connected my Turck FEN20 to a network adapter, which is connected to my laptop, and we want to set this up to read data through Modbus TCP to an M340PLC. So this will be step one. So we download this Turck service tool, which enables us to find new devices. Typically they come from the factory with an IP address of 0.0.0.0, and this utility helps us to find these on a network. This is simple. I got a network of one device. So we will open up the Turck service tool, and we will ask it to find all of the devices. So because this unit was installed once already, it no longer has the IP address of 0.0.0, and I believe it finds it using some other fancy lib. So this is the main IP address. So we can, I believe that if we double click on this, we can connect to it directly to our browser. And so you can see that is the address, and it is looking for, all these are in error because it is an IO link device. It is pre-configured to look for IO link devices on these ports. So it is not working. And so in order to get into configure this, we want to go over here and type in the default admin password called password. Remember, that is how you get in. And this is the admin password that it is pointing to. And you'll see on your tool, it is the same one right there. So that's how you get into the admin. So we want to fix this. And just so you are aware, the diagnostic LEDs are flashing error because there is no IO link devices connected. So pretty much I have only power and Ethernet network talking. That is it. So we are going to go over here and tell it to not look for a device. So we want to put it as a digital input, which is essentially a standard prox or contact switch or input, and you want to submit that change. So if it gets low signal or no signal, it will be happy and there will be no errors. So this is IO link 3 port, so we're going to change it to a digital input, submit that to the device, and same with port 2. I have a IO link device. I have a prox here, and I am going to connect it up to there. However, I need two hands to do that. I will show you once it is all activated. Submit that. So I'm going to have only one port. So the other thing I need to do is fix the network configuration, because I have an application that is written to look for a very specific IP address, and I set my IP address that it's looking for, Modbus TCP information, on this address 192.168.1.250, and you can configure that to whatever you so wish. So port 1, port 2, it's a standard switch inside, has the ability to autocorrect the cabling, so most people will just leave it to auto negotiate. Here we are, we're going to submit that change, and our browser is automatically forwarded. Most other devices aren't so smart where you have to change your IP address, but this one is ready to rock and roll. So I'm gonna connect up my IO sensor and show you my IO link sensor and show you that it is working. Okay, we now have our IO link device connected. The lights have been gone. Our error light is now gone because it's happy we have a single IO link sensor, and the remaining 4 channels, which are configurable to discrete inputs or outputs, have essentially been disabled by changing them as a discrete input. This little guy getting power from my power supply is powering up my sensor, and you can see this is only a power indication. So what we do is we go over to here and have a quick peek at what it's not. So there is no problem because it's telling me to refresh my screen. Okay, and so when you are looking at this, that's the information, and here is a very handy Modbus TCP memory map, which comes in handy because this is where the IO link data is, and basic up here is where your basic discrete inputs are, your addressing. So these are the bits, this will be the words, and this is where my IO link device's information comes. So that's port 1, that's what we're dealing with, that's what I'm working with. And so we want to see live data. So we want to see the port 1 inputs. This is all the information that's coming from the IO link sensor on port 1. This is set up for sensors that could be encoders, distance measurement. However, I have a very simple prox, basically, on or off. So I got my handy little Turck screwdriver, and we are going to trigger it using that. Okay. Reminder, the website needs to be refreshed. So this is how we do that. We put the screwdriver in front, and then we hit refresh. And you can see there, for whatever reason, it's 3. We don't really care, but we see a change. And that is the screwdriver in front. We take that away, and just the nature of the website, we hit the refresh button again, it is gone. So that is a very basic way of setting up a Turck FEN20 4-input IO link input IO block.